Hey YouTubers, Jason here. So welcome to another one of my videos. And today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why listening to your doctor could kill you. So before I begin, I just want to say that I'm not a doctor. I don't have any formal medical training. I'm self-educated. So therefore I encourage anybody listening to this to do your own research, look everything up, ask questions, learn as much as you can. And I also want to say that I respect doctors. I have nothing against any doctors. So this is not an attack on doctors by any means. I have a lot of know doctors, and so all good there. And I want to say there's many doctors that are really good doctors, and I'll put those links down below so you can check out some of those doctors. Good doctors that treat diabetes, heart disease, and all sorts of different types of Western lifestyle diseases that people can encounter. So just want to say one quote that I feel is really important from Dr. Wes Youngberg. When it comes to your health, you are the chairman of the board. I'll say it again. When it comes to your health, you are the chairman of the board. And what that means is your doctor is not the chairman, your nutritionist or any other medical professional is not in charge of your health. If you have something that you don't agree with, find another doctor, find another physician or somebody to get another opinion. So it's always up to you, and you should have a board of people that you trust and that you're happy with. So let's get right to it. So number 1, pharmaceuticals. It's a big one. So when doctors are trained in school, their whole basis of training is around pharmaceutical drugs. Not alternative medicines, not nutrition. It's all based on what drug is going to treat this and what drug conflicts with that. So, when you first meet doctors, their motivation right away from the get-go is to prescribe you something. They're not really going to, look at why you are unhealthy. They're going to look at how they can treat it and manage it. And that's the only thing they know. That's what they're going to do. And that's what they're trained to do. So it's important to always know that's basically the basis of what they're trained to do. And so if you ask for any kind of other advice, they're not trained to give you other types of advice. They're not, So pharmaceuticals, big one to watch out for. So number 2. No nutrition training. If you ask any doctor, they usually laugh it off. And it's a fact that when doctors go to school, if they do have any training, it might be very minimal, like maximum of 6 hours or so. But a lot of doctors have 0 training in nutrition. And that's really important, because a lot of the illnesses and the things that they're treating are Western lifestyle diseases. They're treating you and advising you based on poor nutrition. And they don't have any training whatsoever in nutrition. So it's kind of laughable, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And I have met doctors though that took it upon themselves to learn more. Maybe they saw a documentary, or they saw they might have heard other doctors talking about it, or they might have been motivated by their hospital to kind of learn more. So it wasn't part of their initial training, but they took it upon themselves to learn more. And those are the doctors to look out for. If you have a brand new physician, that you've just been assigned to, ask them what's your training. What's, do you have any training in nutrition? And if they do, that's a good sign. It's a good sign that you have a doctor that's going to, not just look at managing things, but also looking at, knowing some of the causes of some of these Western lifestyle diseases. So that's number 2. Number 3, the average visit time is 15 minutes or less. I'll repeat that. The average visit time is 15 minutes or less. So how could your doctor possibly get to know you and any kind of illnesses that you have by, not even spending 15 minutes? I was looking at an article the other day. They said that a lot of people spend more time on the toilet than your doctor spends in a whole year. So I just can't believe that when I hear it. And the main reason, for that is because the insurance companies, a lot of these insurance companies, they're not paying for visits that are longer than 15 minutes. So the doctors are motivated to get you in, get you out, and it's like a conveyor belt. And my wife is a nurse, and they actually have a joke about how quickly the doctor gets patients in and out. But it's kind of sad in a way, because your doctor never really fully knows you. They never spent enough time to ask all the questions to really fully understand any kind of things that are going on with your health. But there are doctors you can the advisors and nutritionists that can probably sit with you, but you pay for it, and you pay for the time that they're going to spend listening to you. So if you're concerned about that, if your doctor only saw you for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, maybe look for somebody else to give you some more thorough advice. So that's number 3. Number 4, plain and simple, the doctors in America and in the Western countries, they treat symptoms, that they don't prevent diseases. So you always have to have that in the back of your mind, that they're not even looking at the root cause of why you came to get diabetes or heart disease. They aren't even really asking questions. They might say basic things like oh, you have a poor diet, or just some blanket statements of like, oh yeah, it's kind of your genetics or your things like that. But they're not really getting down to the root causes of the diseases. So that's a big one, because you could be with a doctor and have all sorts of issues and complications, and they'll never get down to the root cause. And I've heard many stories of people having some really bad chronic illnesses like rheumatoid arthritis, where they took it upon themselves to go from one doctor to the next doctor to the next doctor, to really get down to the root cause. And by doing so, they finally got some answers. By doing all the footwork and all the homework, trying to understand what the hell is going on with them. So always think, when a doctor is talking to you, ask yourself, is he getting down to the root cause of my problem? Does he care about the root cause of my problem, or solving some of these diseases? So that's number 4. And last but not least, number 5. This is extremely hard to believe, but it's just business, plain and simple. I don't know how to explain it any other way. Healthy people don't make doctors and hospitals money. It's a simple fact, but your doctor is not going to say that. They're not going to allude to that. your doctor is gonna make it look like he's all about you and helping you, but when it gets down to it, business is priority number one. Your health is priority number two. Maybe not even that. Maybe it's priority number three. And just to give you an idea of some of the numbers, bypass surgery, the average cost of a bypass surgery, heart bypass surgery, is $117,000. Now think about that for a second. That's a lot of money. That's going to pay a lot of surgeons and doctors and the hospital, all the people that are doing that surgery for you, and most of the time it's a surgery that's not even necessary. It's hard to believe that, but what is the doctor going to do? Is he going to go ahead with that surgery, or is he going to sit you down and say, "Hey, Steve, we're looking at a few things here. Either A, we do this surgery and we let you go and off and on your way, or B, there's some things you can do to change your diet to reverse the disease." Why doesn't he talk about the second one? Well, two reasons. One, they probably don't even know about it, but two, there's no money in it. There's no money in it. Think about it. Let's say if you're paying a doctor a crazy amount of money, let's just say $300 an hour, let's just say $1,000 an hour, and he spends maybe 3 hours with you, that's $3,000. You take that and the bypass surgery, what are they going to do? They're going to do the bypass surgery, of course. Plain and simple, it's business. Chemotherapy, the average cost of chemotherapy is $20,000 to $50,000. Do you think for 1 second they're gonna, say, hey, let's try some alternatives here? There's been a lot of good progress with, doing a green juice diet or eating apricot seeds or something, whatever it might be. They're gonna give you the chemotherapy. They make so much money off of these drugs. Multiple sclerosis, the drugs average $60,000 per year, and they're not even proven to help you in any way. Most autoimmune diseases, are a cause of the Western diet, eating animal products. Do you think that they're going to sit down with you and explain to you that you can halt this disease, by doing a 1 hour consultation? They're going to give you the drugs. That's where the money's made. So I hope this helps. I'll put some links of some really good doctors below, and whenever you get some advice that doesn't pass the gut check, ask more questions. Ask another doctor. Ask somebody to really get a second opinion. Because it's all about you. It's not about your doctor. It's not about nobody else. It's all about you.